We'll be doing hip work. So if you like to sit up on blankets or use blankets or cushions for pigeons, have those handy. We'll do some hip flexor stretch in bridge variations. So if you have a block or something that's a suitable block substitute, like a firm pillow or a rolled up towel, for when we get to that part. If not, it turns out bridge by itself is a hip flexor stretch, so that will be an option. We'll talk about that when we get there. Yeah, strap might be handy if we get to binding, but I don't plan to use it for anything on purpose. If you don't have a strap, don't worry about it. Once you've got all your toys assembled, we'll start our breathing any position. Is it time? Oh, we still got like 2 minutes. Take your time assembling. And we'll start breathing in any position that allows you to turn on the breath. So if you're ready to sit upright with straight spine, cool, make yourself comfortable. If you prefer to start lying on your back, or to use a child's pose, a shape that intentionally turns the attention inward, roots the energy downward. Right away, Ujjayi breath. Give your breath a soft whisper sound to help root your mind to your breath. And to help elongate the breath, we very often talk about balancing effort and ease in our yoga practice. And coming into conscious breath is a perfect place to feel for that balance. Key to getting the breath to be deeper, fuller, is actually to relax around it, to soften. Too much effort, we actually tighten around the breath. Too little effort, and the breath once again becomes unconscious, the mind wanders off. And that will happen, so don't judge yourself if it does happen. That's part of the dance. Notice it happens, and come back. Let's come into a seated side bend. If you're not in a sitting position, stay with your balanced breathing as you come to your seat. You can stay in cross-legged seat if that's comfortable, or Baddha Konasana if you want a little more hip stretch. You do want your spine to still be tall to be able to move side to side. So if you want to put your Baddha Konasana up on your block blanket cushions, please do. Active feet. Press the soles of the feet together. Spread the toes apart. Walk your left hand out to the side directly from left hip. Then rest on left palm. Bend the elbow in towards your ribs to help drag the left shoulder blade down away from your head and neck. Some of you, I know your elbow reaches the ground with ease. Then lift it up 2 inches. So you have to keep pulling the elbow shoulder in. Right hand starts to press the right hip open. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, relax your head to the left shoulder. Maybe ear to shoulder, but angle the chin if that's more beneficial to your neck. When you find just the right stretch in right side neck, reach your right fingertips out to the side like you're reaching to the ground and accentuate what you're feeling in right side neck. Send breath there. Exhale, feel as if you could run the tension down your arm, off your fingertips. Give it to the earth. Now you can choose to stay in this hand position or once again pin hip, or right arm stretches over ear to open up right side ribs a little bit more. Huge breath into the ribs. Exhale, plug your tailbone down, stay rooted. Keep your neck relaxed as you press off your hands to come back up to straight spine. Perhaps left hand will come to your face to help your relaxed neck put your head back on top. Other side, if you're in cross-legged seat, change the cross of your legs. Right hand walks out as far as it can without tipping over. Left hand pins the left hip down so both sit bones are on the ground. If you're not sure where right shoulder is, shrug it up to ear. And then exhale, slide the shoulder blade down, elbow in towards your body. Almost like you're doing heart cobra, you can pull on the mat and pull your heart forward out of your low back. Feel how much you can let the head go in this shape. On each exhale, just a little bit more. When you found that sweet spot in left side neck, reach left fingertips out to the side. Feel for those stuck places in the neck. Use your breath to start to create movement or space around them. An optional left arm crosses ear. Growing the breath in the whole left side body from hip, up through ribs, up through shoulder. Neck and jaw still relaxed. Use your hands, use your abdominals, everything but your neck to help you come back up to straight spine. Maybe even practice using your hand instead of your neck muscles to lift your head up. Straighten your legs out. If knee pile is an option for you, cross your right knee over your left. Full or half knee pile, that's up to you. Left leg can stay straight or you can bend both knees. Here's another one where sitting up on something, very helpful for getting the thighs to cross. Spinal twist, left hand to right knee, twist to your right. Use your in-breath to get tall. And for some of you, as you exhale, looking over right shoulder will feel like a beneficial stretch to the neck. If you feel like you're inviting any of the tension back into your neck, then just keep the chin over your chest. Inhale, center, get taller. Exhale, bow your head forward. Some of you will stay upright and focus on neck release. Some of you, your heavy heads will pull you into a fold, but your focus is still on releasing the neck. I'm just coming up to the camera to check volumes. You stay with you and your breath wherever you're feeling stretch. In back of neck, upper back, and along your spine. Plug your tailbone down, pull your belly back. And use that to start to pull your spine back up if you went forward. Head will be the last piece to come up. Again, maybe a hand does it instead of your neck. Other side, left knee over right. Right hand to left knee, twist to your left. Inhale, flare the low ribs out. Exhale, knit the ribs back together as you spiral up to the left. Optional look over left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, untwist. Get a little taller with the inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, chin to chest. With each exhale, let the neck go a little bit more. As you focus on letting the neck release, notice where else that sensation radiates in the body. And come out the way you came in. Head will be the last piece to come back up. Come on down to your backs. Slide your hands underneath your seat, palms down. Resting the fleshy part of your buttocks on your hands, legs straight up to sky. If your hamstrings and low back are not ready for legs to be straight, you can absolutely do this series with your knees bent. Take a breath. Relax your neck and jaw. Exhale. Tip the tailbone up, sending balls of feet straight up to ceiling. Pull belly down. All the efforts from low belly out through your toes, not in the face and neck. Tailbone down. Send your breath into your low back. Open your legs into straddle. Exhale. Curl the tailbone up, curling pubic bone and navel, legs still straddling straight out to the sides. If you're working with knees bent, you're in a frog-like shape with your thighs straddled wide. Set your tail down. Inhale, bring your legs back together. Exhale, legs straight up to sky. Squeeze your inner thighs up to the ceiling. If it hurts to have the legs together, keep them separated. Maybe even put your roll there between thighs. Inhale, tail down, open legs, straddle. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, pull navel to spine. Inhale, tail down, legs together. Exhale, straight up to the sky. Pull your belly down. 3 more. Inhale, tail down, open legs. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Reach out through the balls of your feet. Get tippy toe feet so there's energy from soles of the feet pulling right from your hips. Tailbone down. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, tip the tailbone up. Inhale, tailbone down, open legs. Exhale, curl tailbone up, curling pubic bone and navel. Soften belly and pull it in. Inhale, tail down, legs together. Exhale, tip the tailbone up. Inhale, tail down, open legs. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, pull navel to spine. Legs reaching wide. Inhale, tail down, legs together. Exhale, tip tailbone up. Pull your belly in. Some of you will stay here and breathe into heart. Some of you will start to lower your legs just enough that you get the abs to be a little more fiery. You can go as low as you like, as long as low back stays on the ground, belly stays in, jaw relaxed. We'll all hug knees to chest. Cannonball and twisted root. Let's start with feet on floor. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh like you're going into eagle. Some of you will keep left foot on floor. Some of you will lift the left foot up and bind your right foot behind left calf. If the bind hurts your knees, skip it. It's not worth it. I don't think anyone here has hip replacements. If this bothers hips or low back, stay in your chair, maybe even roll your cushion and squeeze it between thighs instead of wrapping thighs. All right, once you're in the shape you're in, put your right hand on right thigh, left hand on right hand. If you're in your chair shape, press hands into thighs. Press your low back into the mat, breathe into your heart. Exhale, press palms into thighs, thighs into palms, tuck tail, squeeze sit bones, squeeze belly down. Keep breathing into heart, keep that cannonball pressure from the navel down through your inner thighs. Maybe right out your energized toes. And then relax the pressure. Unwind your legs. Shake it out if you like. Side number 2, left thigh on right. Or come back into your chair. Though technically chair people can opt out of second side if you feel complete. Left hand on left thigh, right hand on left hand. Thighs, knees right over your pelvis. So bring the knees forward enough that your low back wants to arch, then press the low back down. Take a breath up into chest. Exhale, press palms into thighs, thighs into palms, squeeze sit bones, squeeze the tops of the inner thighs in towards each other, pinching off at pelvic floor. Keep breathing into heart so your low belly can stay in. Press your feet into an imaginary wall in front of you if your feet are up. Unwind. Happy baby if you like, or simply just rest, let it go. Bridge on a block with option Ardha Virasana. So if you want to watch for a moment to see what Ardha Virasana is, we'll be doing hip flexor stretches. And like I said, if you don't have a block or something handy, you'll just come into a straightforward bridge because this is a hip flexor stretch. It's the opposite motion of all the crunching we were just doing, the flexing. Ardha Virasana, for those of you watching, make sure you're in a position you're not straining your neck. You've already done some precious work there. Hips will rest on your block or whatever you're using for block. We'll draw one knee to chest. Some of you will be able to reach down for the foot, pointing the foot enough that you can get the top of the foot on the ground by your hip to continue to stretch out these hip flexors even more. Half hero's pose. Some of you, that's not a good idea to do to your knee. Then instead, you can focus on maybe extending the left leg, floating it off the floor, and let these hip flexors get stretched. All right, I'll talk through that all again once we're set up. So if you're not already set up for bridge, lie on your back, knees bent, feet hips width apart. Your prop, if you're using it, is in reaching distance, but then leave it alone. Connect your feet on the earth. Press your feet down, curl tailbone up. Strong legs and butt are what lift your hips up. No gripping in the spine, no gripping in the teeth. If you're using a prop, slide it underneath your sacrum. The medium or the low way if you're putting your weight on it. You don't want it to be too tall. If you're not using a prop, count out 5 to 8 breaths in your bridge. Right knee to chest, exhale. Those of you coming into half hero's pose, right hand slides down to ankle. Point the toes a lot so you can bring the toenails down to the ground. You can do this with your toes untucked. You still get a stretch there, but check and make sure it's not costing you your joints. If you feel safe here, direct your breath into the right hip. If you're keeping right knee to chest, then start to walk the left foot forward, left leg straight, and then activate the foot so you can relax that left hip. Tuck the tail a lot so your leg is floating and the weight of your leg is stretching out your hip. We'll come back into knee to chest shape. So those of you with your foot on the floor, bring your right knee back to chest. Those of you with left leg floating, put your foot back on floor. Everyone set both feet down. Retuck your tail on your prop. Exhale, left knee to chest. Left toenails to the ground by your left hip, if that's right for you. Or extend the right leg out and float it to stretch out right hip flexors. Either shape, the more you tuck your tail in, the more stretch you'll get from the hip flexors, maybe the deeper ones that dig into your low belly. Two more breaths. We'll meet back with left knee to chest, right foot on the floor, and set both feet down. Press both feet firmly to the earth, curl tailbone up. See if there's a little more openness in front of hips, which hopefully will translate into more space in your low back, maybe a little lightness, decompression there. And then move your prop aside so you can come onto your back. Resting with the knees together, feet a little wider apart, hands on your hips so you can direct the breath into the low belly. Slack hip flexors. All right, we're making our way up to standing. We've been on our backs for a bit, so turn up your breath and take maybe 6 breaths to transition to standing at the front of your mat. If you want a cat-cow, down dog on your way up, you have time for that. If you need to fix your hair, drink your water, you don't need to do any of that. You guys look great. But if you need to, take your time. Once you're standing, come into Tadasana, feet parallel to each other. Your choice whether the big toes are together or their hips width apart. Thumbs on your sternum, sensing your own heartbeat. Tailbone rooted down towards feet. Crown of head being drawn up. Jaw soft, shoulders back. Classical Sun Salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, knee down lunge. Lower the knee, untuck the toes. Take the time if you want to pad your back knee. Inhale, lift your heart, maybe your arms. Exhale, hands down. Step back into your plank. Inhale. Option to set knees down. Exhale, lower down. Cobra or low cobra. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Keep your hips down for this round. Keep stretching out hip flexors. Exhale, downward dog. Lunge, step left foot forward, lower back knee down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart, maybe your arms. Forward fold. Exhale, hands down. Step the right foot forward, fold into your legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Send it the other way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, knee down lunge. Tuck your tail down. Inhale, lift heart, maybe arms. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or low cobra. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward. You can lower your knees first and then step the right foot forward if that helps. Exhale, forward fold. Step left foot forward. Relax your neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, chaturanga. One exhale to plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Step to front of mat. Relax your neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Cat-cow is a perfectly good substitute. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Step forward, hang head or tuck your chin in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll go in each direction 2 more times. If you prefer to do cats and cows and breathe with us, or rest and breathe with us, please do. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Last full round. Inhale, arms. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left forward. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale to center. Last side. Inhale, arms. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Moving in a different direction. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Twisting lunge. Hands to heart center. Back your hips up. If you need to scooch the right foot in a little bit, do that. So your low spine starts long. Then hook left elbow over right thigh. I recommend making a fist with the left hand so you don't have to bend the wrist. Let it stay straight after all those chaturangas. But if you're in the practice of Anjali Mudra or binding, that's fine. Lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift heart, maybe arms. Half splits. Exhale, hands down. Shift your hips back to straighten right leg into a hamstring stretch. Right foot, keep it pressing down to the earth. Now we'll do a bit of a twisting hamstring stretch flow, which means going back and forth on the left knee. Make sure your left knee is comfortably padded. If going back and forth on it doesn't work for you, you'll just pick one of these poses and hold it for a few breaths. Twisting lunge. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, left elbow, right thigh. Just one, but a full breath into heart. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Hands down, shift your hips back. Again, lunge. Inhale, bend the right knee. Maybe lift the arms. Twist, left elbow, right thigh. Take a breath. Exhale, half splits. One more time like that. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, twist. Take a breath. Exhale, half splits. Now we'll take out the twist. Inhale, lunge. Option, arms up. Exhale, half splits. Go back and forth for about 4 more breaths, or choose to hold one end of the pose to the other and breathe into it fully. And then we'll all hold the hamstring stretch. So next time you come back into half splits, maybe you flex the right foot back. Some of you will keep sitting back to sit on the left heel and then open your knee out to the side. Come back into lunge. Exhale, downward dog. You have time to take a vinyasa if you like. Twisting lunge flow. Left foot forward. Right elbow, left thigh. First round, few breaths. Lunge. Exhale, hands down to re-square hips. Inhale, lift heart, maybe arms. Hamstring stretch. Exhale, hands down. Shift your hips back, straight-ish left leg. Nomads variation where the bottom of the foot's pressing to the floor. You can spread the toes. Now with flow. Inhale, lunge, maybe arms up. Twist. Exhale, right elbow, left thigh. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Exhale, half splits. Again, lunge. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Take a breath. Exhale, half splits. One more like that. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, twist. Fill up with breath. Exhale, stretch back. Now moving back and forth, lunge to half splits. Or make up your own variation. Just keep breathing into your pelvis. Some of you want to keep doing the twists or to keep doing high lunges. Follow that instinct. Next time you come into your hamstring stretch, you'll hold it. Either with the hips high and the option to flex the left foot back, or continue to sit down, possibly on back heel. lunge. Again, this is a transition, so breathe. Downward dog. Warrior 2, right foot forward. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Right arm up. Option, back traction, left hand on left hip. Pressing your hip down. If that puts pressure on your knee, maybe don't push. Press both feet into the floor, maybe bend the right knee a little deeper, sending knee towards pinky toe. Twisting warrior variation. Let's transition through runner's lunge. Bring your hands down to frame the front foot. Spin off the back heel. Once your hips are square, option is spin the back heel down into warrior 1, or you can stay on your back toes. Left elbow, right thigh. Optional, straightening the arms out. Left hand reaching down for the outside of right foot, right arm to sky, or extended past ear. Pigeon. Hands down. Lower right shin down. Or you'll come onto your back for spinal twist if pigeon or deer pose do not work for your knees. I'm offering twisting pigeon towards the knee. Going to spin on my mat. Walk your hands to frame right knee, or even walk a little past the knee towards your thigh. And take a moment like you're doing cobra to pull on the ground to pull your heart out past knee. And you might stay upright, rolling the left hip down, or come down onto your elbows. Those of you on your backs, I'm recommending spinal twist to get into your hip that way. Left hand can actually be massaging your hip away. Twisting pigeons, if you found a sweet spot, keep sending your breath to it. Otherwise, coming into neutral pigeon, walk your hands as far out in front of you as you can. Maybe scooch the left leg back a little bit more, and then soften back in. All right, find your way back to downward dog. Or simply do cat's cows or find a neutral resting pose before we begin the standing series on side number 2. So whether you choose to move or not move, grow your breath. Option to side out your mouth. Warrior 2, left foot forward. Reverse warrior with back traction. Exhale. Lean back over the right leg, keep the left knee bending. Right hand presses the right hip down a bit. You can find that fleshy part and just massage it down. If you do feel pressure in right knee, but it's not painful, just put more energy in the left foot. Ground your left heel and bend the left knee out. Twisting warrior. Exhale, hands down to the front of your mat, squaring your hips off in runner's lunge. Again, for your twist, you're welcome to stay in a runner's lunge on the back toes. Or warrior one, back heel down. Right elbow hooks left thigh. Extending the arms out, maybe keeping the right elbow hooked as you reach down. Twisting pigeon towards the knee. Hands down. The belly down variation works for you. Come into your pigeon or your deer pose where you bend right knee out to the side. And then draw your torso out over left knee, left thigh. Or come onto your back for spinal twist, left knee across the body. And slow the breath down into the pelvis. Add a count if that helps you. Count up to 10 as you breathe in. And then equal breath out. Either stay in your twist or twisting pigeons might come into a neutral pigeon, stretching your torso way forward, your right leg way back, and then soften into the space you create. Fill it with your breath. Notice what can wash out with the exhale. What can you send to the earth? You don't even have to decide. Just feel it. Breathe it. All right, we'll all make our way onto our seats. If you'd like to take a final vinyasa or down dog hip opener, take a couple deep breaths in your transition. Let's come into Janu Shirsasana. Once you're sitting, left leg out, either right toes to left inner thigh, or some of you, half lotus, right foot hooks into the left hip crease. Either way, turn your belly towards left knee and fold. If you like to do arms up as you breathe in, that's fine. Take your time, lengthening out into this fold. There's still some engagement at your tailbone. It may not be tucking down, but feel for squeezing it with your sit bones. Stabilizing your roots. So you can breathe the low spine away from your pelvis. The middle spine away from low spine. The heart forward, even as the neck and shoulders relax. And you always start with that activation down at your tail to reverse, come back up. Change sides, right leg straight. Left knee drawn back in Janu Shirsasana A, or a lotus if you like. Turning towards the right foot and soften in. If you're in the lotus and that left heel is digging into your low belly in a somewhat uncomfortable way, you're doing it right. There's a pressure point there. Just make sure your ankle feels safe, not overstretched. And plug your tail. Let that pull the rest of your spine up. Open your legs into straddle. Bring your palms together at your heart. Inhale, interlace your fingers. Exhale, press your palms forward, round the upper back between your shoulders. Keep the tailbone from tucking under though. Inhale, reach straight up to ceiling with your palms. Thumb side of the hand reaches up. Tailbone straight down. Exhale, release the hands, interlace hands behind your back. Squeeze shoulders, lift heart. One more time, hands to heart center. Opposite interlace of fingers if you can figure that out. Inhale. Exhale, press palms forward, seated cat stretch for the upper back. Tailbone points straight down. Inhale, palms of hands to sky, drag the shoulder blades down away from your neck. And then press the arms back a little more. Exhale, interlace hands behind back. Maybe find your awkward interlace back there. Squeeze shoulders, lift heart. And exhale, release. Coming into seated pigeon variations. Bring your legs back together. We'll flex the right foot and pick it up. Whether your left knee stays there, straightens out, or if you want to come up into your chair or couch, that's fine too. Holding your flexed right ankle and keep it flexed, especially pinky toe. That'll stabilize your knee. Start to rock it side to side. Good. As you try to bring foot towards face, use its resistance to help pull you out of your low back. Lift your heart. Seated, half happy baby. Take hold of either the outside of right foot to draw your knee back by your armpit. Turn foot forward. If you can't quite reach the foot, then hook your elbow behind your knee. Left hand can be on floor or on knee, but either way, use the resistance to lift out of low back. Modified Heron. Draw right knee back to the center of chest. If you can reach around both hands to sole of foot, pull on your foot to lift you out of low back. If you can't quite reach without rounding your back, then hug your thigh in instead. And some of you will extend your spine by extending your leg up, gaze right at your big toenail. Bend the right knee. Take one more visit to your seated pigeon. Rock your hip out for a moment. This part should feel fairly good. Work it in a way that feels inviting. And if possible, maybe you swing the right foot right into your half lotus or put it on the floor, cross-legged seat. Twist to your right, left hand, right knee. Right hand might wrap behind your back to take hold of clothing, or some of you might be able to reach the right foot. Either way, shoulder blades back. Unwind. Good. Two choices here. If you're in half lotus, stay in half lotus. Right elbow over left eagle. Option to stand on your knees, eagle. If you're not in half lotus, option to come back into knee pile right over left, eagle arms. And if you want to tuck your eagle in the nest, draw your elbows into your belly, relax your head. So you choose whether the energy is going up or you're drawing it back in. Once you pick your shape, take 3 full body breaths in it. And slowly come out the way you came in. Of course, you can always unwind your arms and use their help. Shake your legs out. Seated pigeon. Flex the left foot. And like you're going to smell your toes, draw it in. If right leg straight is more stable, if you need to be sitting up on anything to get out of low back, do that. And for most of us, a little rock action can help you bring breath, some lubrication into the hip and take any pressure out of the knee. If you're already working with arthritis, just make sure that movement feels like it is lubricating, not grinding. Seated, half happy baby. Turn the sole of the left foot forward. You can either hold the foot or hook the knee or hold your pants. And then use the resistance of your foot to lift and lengthen out of your low back. I didn't say it, but all this can be done lying on the floor. Some of you are familiar with the series Lying on Your Back. If that feels appealing, lie down. Modified Heron, bringing left knee into the center of chest. Maybe holding around your foot as a way to lift you out of low back. Or hold the thigh in, option to extend. Steady gaze like a heron, mimicking lifelessness, but internally it's fully alert and awake. Come back into your seated pigeon, just to give your hip one more moment of lubrication, especially if you're going to bring it into a half lotus. Left heel, right hip, or cross-legged seat is just fine for spinal twist. Right hand, left knee. Left hand wraps behind back, and you can hold on to anything. You can hold on to your shirt and let your shoulder hang. You can put a strap around your left foot if you want to reach it. Once you're in your twisted shape, focus on breathing up into the heart, front of heart, collarbones. Exhale to squeeze the shoulder blades back. Unwind your twist. In your Garandasana variation, if possible, mirroring what you did on side one. Left arm over right, staying in lotus, or trying to stand on your knees, or coming into knee pile and putting your eagle in the nest. And the last few breaths in our active yoga practice. Use those breaths to nourish whatever seeds you planted for your practice. To say your prayers if you like. To feel what you want to feel as you move out into the world today, even if it's your virtual world. Exhale, slowly unwind, probably the way you came in. Lie down on your back. Rest. Set up your Shavasana however you like. As you prepare to relax and receive, perhaps you put your hands on your belly or on your heart. Or if there's a part of your body, your hips, your neck, that could benefit from a little extra vibration, we'll finish with 3 rounds of Brahmari breath as we let go. Brahmari, the bee buzz breath. You'll breathe in through your nose. And when you breathe out with your lips sealed, you'll make a humming sound, sending your vibration to whatever part of your body you chose. So inhale into heart to begin. And exhale, buzz. Maybe 2 more times. And rest in the residual vibration. Receive. Bring your attention back to the area that you buzzed and send a full breath into it. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Move your fingers and your toes. And gradually ease your way up to sitting. We'll meet with our palms pressed together. Thumbs against the sternum, lift your heart. Bow your head towards your heart. And silently say one kind thing about yourself to yourself. Silently offer that to the others in the practice. We bow to each other. Namaste.